Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf as the Lore Master, and we have made it to the Rohirrim Scout Camp where we have Theodred as well as any rangers that did not get captured by the Falcon Clan. How are things going, Theodred?
You are alive. We feared the worst.
Few of your friends made it out of Tal Mithadris, and the tales of those who did are not encouraging. I do not think that the Falcon Clan was with Saruman in the beginning. Rather, it seems the tide turned while you were traveling to Dunland. The news you brought Lew Brennan, that Saruman's influence could be felt everywhere, may have been the information for which he was waiting. Pox on those Dunlandings! They cannot be trusted. Very few folk made it out of Tal Mithadris, but some did. The rare few Dunlandings who spoke against the Brennan's decision, and a handful of rangers. If we work together, we can repay Lew Brennan for his treachery. Yes, I'm on for that.
Not every member of the Falcon Clan agreed with Lew Brennan's decision.
Those that did not were slain or forced to flee. One of those who escaped is the woman Seren, and it is from her that I have learned much of what befell within Tal Mithadris. I had been working closely with your friend Saradin before you were captured, and he now burns with the desire to free what rangers still live, if any do. He is very wise, and it seems if there is any hope of rescue, he may be able to devise it. Speak with him on this account. You might also seek the advice of my trusted friend Hogawes. He excels in battle, and has a boon companion on this excursion into the Gravenwood. All right. So I need to speak with Saradin, Saren, and Hogawes. Hogawes. Very well. We'll begin with Saradin. Hello, Saradin. How are things going?
Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are captives of Lew Brennan.
You must tell me of your time in Isengard, Pinewolf. It cannot have been pleasant, and you were often in my thoughts. I heard what happened within Tal Mithadris from Radanir. Some time after you were secreted away to Isengard, he managed to escape the prison cave with poor Braegyar. The two of them fought their way into the center of Tormorva, but then Braegyar did not make it. They cut him down in the road, and only Radanir escaped. He had gone back with some of Theodred's men to try to recover Braegyar's body, but they have not returned. Many of our friends have fallen, and the rest are still captives by Lew Brennan. According to Radanir, Halbred and the Sons of Elrond are still alive, but who could say for how long? Well, obviously, if you read the poem at the end of the Battle of Minas Tirith, at the end of the Pelennor Fields battle, you know that, well, you know how long they'll still be alive. Hello, Saren.
The honor of the Falcon, sold to Saruman. I cannot believe this.
The Brennan calls the heads of households to him, and declared that we were at last ready to reap our reward. We had only to bend the knee to Saruman. But Lew Brennan himself has said to us the Falcon Clan will not be the tool of some wizard. He said it often and loudly, and we came to believe it. I have no love for these horse lords, and their strutting princeling least of all. But what can be said? The honor of the Falcon, so the Saruman. Wolf sought his enemies in open battle. He was no wizard's hireling. Anirin has not returned yet from the lands of the Algraig, but Wenda spoke out against his treachery and is still a prisoner. You remember Wenda? She was such a lovely girl, and so beautiful, and so right for my son. What will I say to him if she dies? Okay, yes, so this is the mother of the one who brought us the news, and we'll see what comes out of this little thing between Wenda and the son. Now, what else we have? Oh, Ogowize. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hello there.
I would take 10 Rohirrim on horseback over 1,000 Dunlanding wild men.
We crossed the ford of Wizen in secret to learn what the men of Dunland were up to. But it is worse than we had suspected. I think it surprised the leader of the Falcon clan as well. It seems to me that he was biding his time until the victory of one side seemed assured. Then he needed to simply throw his lot with the side likely to come out on the victor. Let us hope that he is mistaken, Pinewolf. I think that he is undervaluing the prowess of the men of Rohan. I would take 10 Rohirrim horseback over 1,000 Dunlanding wild men. I have spoken with your friend Saradin, and it sounds like these rangers are the same. The more of them we free now, the fewer thousands of Dunlandings I need to concern myself with. Right. Yeah, right. I spoke with him.
The enemy has a strong defensive position, but I will help you free your friends.
And there's no sense in delaying this any further. Your friends are held captive by our shared enemy. The enemy has a strong defensive position, but we have this advantage. We know where he is. Once the Falcon clan leaves Tal Mithadris, that advantage dissipates. We must deal with them here before they leave that valley. Once the Falcon clan leaves the valley, my men and I must retreat to hold the ford. The defense of Rohan is my main object. Until that time, I will help you free your friends. All right then. Ooh, and I get a greater scroll of delving for that.
I sent some of my men into Tal Mithadris to establish a camp.
We should go to join them. Pass through Tal Mithadris and follow the road as it approaches the lake. From the camp, we can scout the area and make the plans of rescuing the rangers. Some of your people should already be at this camp, such as the fire in their hearts. Let's all who wish to join us do so. All right, fine. Let's travel to Tal Mithadris and see what we could do there. And it looks like I got some reputation with Theodred's writers. I'm now acquaintance with them. Well, now to Tal Mithadris. We have arrived in Tal Mithadris, and Theodred is here.
From this forward encampment, we will mount our attack on the city of traitors.
But not yet. We must first take action to scout the area and learn the extent of the Falcon clan's defenses. Speak with our allies at this encampment and help them with their aims. It will all be of use when we make our attack. All right? What do you need us to do?
The warriors of the Falcon clan that have fortified the village are deadlier than most.
Oh, they are? Yes. The leather armor is strong and tough, as if somebody helped them to make it. Yes, their weapons are coated in some poison, as if someone went around collecting it, I guess. And they have learned fighting skills from the rangers. Yes, certainly not from any lore masters up from the north. Yes, these are not the rabble with which we have grown accustomed. Go to the village and face their warriors. The talons of the Falcon must be dulled or broken before we can hope to rescue their friends and prison case. So I must go and defeat their warriors, okay? And what do you need me to do?
Scout for the scouts, and help them if they are in need.
Scout for the scouts. Yes, two of my kinsmen went to scout the lake's edge, and they have not returned. Dunland planned to scout the shore of the lake to the northwest, and Haristan followed the shore to the north. They are stout men and have seen service in war. Haristan has ridden to battle with Theodred's father, the king. I am sure they are fine, but still they would have returned by now. Scout for the scouts, Pine Wolf, and help them to return. Yes, okay, fine. And what do you need, Saren?
I have not been a falcon from the very moment Lubrenin sold us to the wizard.
My people have stored many provisions of war, Pine Wolf. I know, I recall helping them with that. Ha! Listen to me, my people. They are no longer my people. Your friends helped the Hebagluth store many provisions. Take away these goods, and they will be less prepared to fight on the behalf of Saruman. Go into the village and steal back some of the provisions. All right, I suppose I can do that. And what do you need, Rodanier?
Go to Tormorva and find where Bragiar fell. He deserves better.
The guards were careless, and Brigadier and I took advantage of their lapse to escape. We planned to run to the Prince and Rohan's camp of Gravenwood, but they cut us off from the straight path of the village, and we had to take the long way. At every turning it seemed that there were more and more of the Falcon clan. Bragar fought bravely, but there were simply too many foemen. He fell in the center of the village, and I ran. I twisted my leg jumping from a rock as the arrows rained upon me, but somehow I made it safely. We cannot leave Brigadier to them, Pine Wolf. Theodred has agreed to help carry his body back here. Go to Tormorva and find where Bragar fell. He deserves better than to be left in the town for jackals. Oh, town of jackals. Yeah, well, either way, I think it works. Let's start this way and see if we can find any of the scouts. And here we are. Now, one of the differences here is that now we have resource nodes, and the toads are now aggressive. And we are going to have to take out a couple of toads since they're now aggressive. Since they're now vengeful toads, because apparently someone ran around killing them for their poison. I wonder who that could have been. Well, that's the way things go. But that's the thing, is they were peaceful mobs here the first time you go through, and now they tend to be a lot more ornery because, well, we came in, managed to stir them up last time. Well, now we are looking for the scout who is down here somewhere. Wait a minute, I wonder. I was talking about there being resource nodes here. I even pointed right at one. Well, what I didn't do was actually harvest it, assuming I'm allowed to harvest it. Hello there, Dearmond.
Oh, my leg has been savaged by a trap of some sort.
It's good to see you, friend. My leg has been savaged by a trap. I was able to break the trap with this heavy stone, but I cannot yet walk on my leg. Oh, how about that?
Take this heavy stone and use it to break some of these traps.
Yeah, there'll certainly be more of these, like this one on the side of the lake, Pine Wolf. I have seen strange creatures of this land, creatures with powerful jaws full of sharp teeth. I do not know what they are called. The Avank, you mean? I have not seen such creatures in Rohan. This is rather strange because you actually do run into Avonk and Rohan later on, I believe. The Falcon clan has taken the jaws of these creatures to make traps and have hidden them in the undergrowth. Yes, alright, fine. I'm sure that it was the Dunlandings who placed all these here. They certainly didn't get any help from any lore masters or anything like that in order to place them. I'm certain of it, right? Right. So there. And where's the next trap? Well, we've got an Avonk here. And let's see. Oh, that's okay. Because I was about to say about the early part of Rohan. Don't you see some Avonk? But actually, I think those are salamanders that you run into there. But I think you run into some Avonk near Snowborn, don't you? Or is that only during the quests where you've got Rook? Let's see, up this way. Well, let's take care of this thing. It seems to want to play a little bit. Right? Now, where were we? Okay, here's trap number 4. And then trap number... No, I don't need a backpack. I need a trap. No, I don't want branches. I want a trap. Oh, well. Well, according to this, there is one here. Let's take care of this Avonk. Looks like we've got everything here. Oh, that's a trap right there. Okay, good. Let's unembed this tooth and take care of the last trap. And that means we can safely report in and complete the first of our quests. I have dealt with the trap, and boy, I certainly had an uncanny way of being able to find those things, almost as if I had placed them.
Such traps are the province of lesser men.
You've destroyed the traps. Good. I would not want any of my kinsmen to suffer the same injury as I have. It was very painful, and not just physically. I'm ashamed to have stumbled into such a thing. Such traps are the province of lesser men. A man of Rohan will not so resort to such measures. Thank you for your help. I believe that I will be able to walk on my injured leg now. All right, fine, and I think I will be able to choose a helmet, which is... apparently no improvement over the one I'm wearing. Oh, well. I'll just take that for selling. Alright. And that is our first of our 7 tasks that we need to complete against Tor Morva. And when we return next time, we'll see how many of the remaining 7 that we managed to finish off when we return for the next episode of Piney Plays The Lore Master.